So I think that's just kind of been the time for me to like really find some patience, and I've never been a patient person my entire life, so this has definitely tested me a little.
Today, we're diving into Caitlin Clark's looming comeback and why it's not just a return, it's a potential turning point for the entire WNBA. From mysterious injuries to rising stars and shifting narratives, this story has it all. Ready? Let's hoop. The wait is almost over. Caitlin Clark is on the verge of stepping back onto the court, and the buzz around her comeback is electric. After being sidelined with a quad injury, she recently shared a major health update, saying she's made a lot of progress and feels good. While she's not rushing back, fans and analysts alike can feel it. The comeback is close, and it's not just about one player returning. It's about a superstar coming back better, smarter, and more determined than ever. The anticipation is building, and when she laces up again, it might just shake up the entire league.
I think this was a kind of gut punch for us. We're going to come back tomorrow, practice, more focus, more energy. We know we want to be at the end of the season, but we're not just going to get there. You know, sometimes it sucks and it's a grind, and that's where we're at right now. But I do think short-term and long-term, it's going to make us better.
When Caitlin Clark stepped off the court, the entire league felt it. Viewership numbers dropped, ticket sales plummeted, social media engagement dipped. Her presence was more than just star power. It was a lifeline. One Fever game without her saw ticket prices fall to as low as $3. Yes, less than popcorn. And yet, when news of her possible return broke, ticket prices for future games surged to over $80. That contrast showed us what's been true all along. Caitlin Clark moves the needle. And her absence, it made her value to the WNBA impossible to ignore.
And the average reported ticket price was $650. Now, if you do the math here and you do 15,000 people times $650, that is almost $9.75 million just for a WNBA preseason game.
How exactly did Caitlin get hurt? She says it happened early in a game against the Liberty, but fans and analysts aren't convinced. Her performance in that game, and others before it, seemed off. Some believe she was playing through pain for weeks, and that this wasn't a sudden tweak, but a lingering injury finally reaching a breaking point. Why the secrecy? Some suggest liability concerns or damage control from the Fever or the league. Whatever the case, this injury mystery has only fueled interest in her return, and might even explain why she's about to come back looking like a whole new beast. When Clark went out, so did the wind in Indiana's sails. The Fever quickly fell apart, losing games to bottom-tier teams like the Mystics and Sun. They weren't just losing, they looked lost. With veterans like Sophie Cunningham and Sydney Colson also getting injured, Indiana's depth chart was shredded. Suddenly, the team that was starting to generate buzz looked like they might crumble. And yet, this struggle would soon become the exact adversity they needed to transform, not just into survivors, but potential contenders.
And if there's one thing that is a certainty for the Indiana Fever, it's that hold on to Arie McDonald at all costs.
Enter Arie McDonald, a hardship signing that nobody saw coming. But once she hit the floor, everything changed. Her energy was contagious, her pace was electric, and her presence was exactly what the Fever needed. Arie didn't just hold the line, she ignited the offense and became an instant fan favorite. Now, many are saying she must stay part of this team's future. She turned crisis into opportunity, and her rise is one of the most exciting side stories of Clark's absence. Proof that in basketball, sometimes your biggest stars are the ones who get called up when the odds are stacked.
And the Indiana Fever has beaten the Chicago Sky by a combined 62 points in 2 games.
Strange as it sounds, losing Caitlin may have helped the Fever grow up fast. Players like Kelsey Mitchell rediscovered their rhythm. Aaliyah Boston remained dominant. Lexi Hull evolved into a true threat from deep. Without Clark, they had to learn how to win on their own, and they did. Their statement win over Chicago proved it. This team isn't just Clark and company, they're a squad. So when Clark comes back, she's not walking into a team that's depending on her. She's joining a team that's learned how to win, which might make them more dangerous than ever. Let's not sugarcoat it. This is Caitlin Clark's league right now. Before her injury, she was smashing records and setting viewership highs. Without her, the energy dipped, the seats emptied, and the stats told the story. Ticket demand cratered without her. Media narratives trying to hype rivalries or other rookies fell flat. All this time, some questioned whether she was overhyped. But now, The silence without her screams louder than any stat line. Her comeback will not just boost Indiana, it'll lift the entire WNBA.
This season. Yeah. 9.3 points per assist per game. 9.3 assists per game. Let me just bring it up. To 9.1 points per game.
I have yet to see a single example of Angel Reese being a leader outside of rebounding her own missed layups. What does Angel Reese do? What is her contribution? You tell me, because I'm not seeing it. I know I'm harsh on Angel Reese, but she considers herself a star. If you're going to call yourself a star, I expect you to perform like a star, especially in big moments. Caitlin Clark was injured. Angel Reese was...
Remember all that Caitlin versus Angel talk? That so-called rivalry fizzled when Reese dropped one of the worst performances of the season in Clark's absence. The most hyped game between the Fever and Sky became a one-sided showcase, without Clark even on the court. And while media tried to spin it, fans saw the truth. One player has consistently drawn crowds, attention, and record-setting numbers. And it's not Angel Reese. That doesn't mean Reese won't grow. But the debate over who moves the needle, that one's officially over. Even injured, Caitlin Clark is doing what leaders do, leading. She's been locked in on the bench, mentoring teammates, and acting almost like an assistant coach. She's analyzing plays, breaking down film, and helping connect the dots between the coaching staff and the floor. She's not just waiting to get back, she's working. And this time on the sideline may have given her something new, a coach's perspective. Add that to her already elite basketball IQ, and you're looking at a player returning smarter and more prepared than ever. So now we wait, but not much longer. Caitlin says she's feeling great, but she's being smart about the timing. The Fever are winning. The season is young, and if she rests now, she returns with more fire and less risk. But when she does come back, expect fireworks. She'll return to a team that's tougher, more balanced, and better without having to carry the load alone. And that's the exact recipe for a potential championship run. This isn't just a comeback, it's a launch pad for something even greater. Caitlin Clark's comeback is more than just good news for the Fever. It's a turning point for women's basketball. The league knows it. The fans feel it. And here at She Can Hoop 2, we're watching every second. So if you're riding with Caitlin or just love the WNBA grind, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Because this season is only just heating up. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's next. Drop a trophy in the comments if you believe the Fever could make a deep playoff run with a healthy Caitlin Clark. See you next time on She Can Hoop 2, where greatness isn't just expected, it's earned.